Bob Odenkirk plays as Hutch Mansell, a seemingly normal man who has 2 children with his wife Becca. Connie Nielsen works in an unimpressive office job at his father-in-law Eddie's, Michael Ironside, metal fabrication business, and keeps to himself most of the time. He and his wife haven't shared an intimate moment in a long time. And his son Blake, Gage Munro, doesn't respect him. Sammy, his small daughter, is the only one to offer him any love. One night, a man and a woman break into his home, hold him at gunpoint, and demand cash. When they attempt to flee, Blake tackles one of them after Hutch hands them his watch. Hutch is about to strike them with a golf club but stops himself and lets them escape, giving Blake a black eye. The incident causes Blake to drift even further away from his father, and everyone in Hutch's life, from his neighbor to his brother-in-law at work, asks him why he did not try to stop the burglars. Using a covert radio in his office, Hutch makes contact with his allegedly deceased half-brother Harry, RZA, and explains why he refrained from intervening because the burglars were in a desperate and terrified state and had an unloaded gun. Later on that day, when Hutch's daughter thinks her bracelet was stolen, Sammy asks her father for assistance in locating it. He visits his elderly father David, Christopher Lloyd, without saying a word and takes his old FBI badge and revolver to find the robbers. When he sees they robbed him to obtain money for their sick baby's medical care, he leaves in disgrace after finding their residence and threatening them. When a group of Russian criminals tries to mug the passengers on the bus he is riding in to get home, Hutch becomes enraged and brutally beats them all. He saves the life of one of them who is having difficulties breathing after being hit in the neck by performing an improvised tracheotomy with a drinking straw. Harry then sends Hutch to see a man only known as the Barber, Colin Salmon, who gives Hutch information about one of his victims. He is the younger brother of infamous Russian mob enforcer Julian Kuznetsov, Alexei Serebryakov. Despite the fact that Julian hates his brother, he feels compelled to get revenge and sends a group of people, including his right-hand man Pavel, to assault Hutch at home. Before Pavel subdues him with a taser and throws him in the trunk of a car to transport him to Julian, Hutch hides his family in the basement and kills the majority of the attackers. Hutch discovers a fire extinguisher in the trunk and uses it to blind his kidnappers, crashing the car and killing Pavel in the process. Sammy's cat bracelet is found where it has always been, at the base of his stereo and FM radio equipment. He comes home, takes Becca and the kids away to a safe place, and gathers up what's left of Julian's crew. He then sets his house on fire to destroy any evidence. Hutch destroys Julian's art collection and the money he was protecting for the mob, informing Eddie that he can either choose to pursue him or take what he has left and go after giving him a bundle of gold bars to buy his business from him. Hutch is being pursued by Julian, who angrily summons up every man on his payroll. At the factory, David and Harry appear to assist Hutch in taking out the gangsters using a range of weaponry and lethal traps that Hutch had put up. Except for Julian, who shoots Harry and injures him, they manage to take out all of the shooters. Hutch then charges Julian with a claymore mine fitted to a bulletproof shield and detonates it, taking Julian's life. He allows his father and brother to flee, is apprehended by the police, but is soon freed without being charged. 3 months later, while buying a new house with Becca, Hutch receives a phone call suggesting that his services are still required. In a mid-credits scene, Harry and David are shown driving to an undisclosed location in an RV filled with guns. Well, I hope you liked it, and if you do, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Till another video, take care.